Happy Tuesday, Boalia Desmond here. Thank you for tuning in. I titled my message today, Let Go to Make Room. What are we making room for? So I want to take you back to what I'd been talking about earlier, and that is asking yourself, what went well in 2020? What are the things that you rocked out and you just absolutely loved? What are the things that did not serve you well or didn't go well? You invested time, you invested money, you invested in something last year, and maybe some things didn't work out the way that you hoped they would work out, or some things just aren't going to serve you for 2021, because you're going to become somebody new. In order for to make it through, you may need to become somebody that you weren't last year. So don't hold on to what you know is familiar. Don't hold on to what has always just worked just because it's comfortable. So maybe God wants to move you in a new direction. Maybe you should have some sort of goals on what it is that you want to accomplish. You want to have some sort of something that you're striving towards. What can you let go of? What are the things that you're going to need to say no to, because they're not going to serve you well? But some of the areas that we can make room for are just thinking into even just the books that you have on your shelf. So maybe you've had some books that have been on your shelf forever. Okay, but for where you're going, none of those books are going to serve you. So if you have those kind of books, it's time to just kind of purge some things. I've heard a lot of people saying, hey, you know what, they're cleaning out their homes, they're cleaning out cabinets, they're cleaning out things that they know just aren't going to work anymore. And that's good. So in every area of our lives, we need to start to think, what are the things that I'm just not going to need anymore? What are the things that maybe I've held on to for a long time because they've been comfortable, because maybe they were good at one point, but they're just not going to serve you anymore? It's time to purge. Make room, let it go, so that you can make room for something new. And also being careful that just because you make room doesn't mean you've got to fill that stuff, you fill that space now with something new immediately. And I think most of us who are in personal growth and development are so guilty of this thing, right? We like to just kind of add more things. Like we make a little bit of room, now we fill it. Make a little bit of room, now we fill it. Just being open to, once you let go of something, just being able to be patient and wait. Be patient and wait. Because when you can wait, God will align and bring something in that space that should be there. And it's going to be like an organic thing where all of a sudden the thing that you should be doing, and once you accept that and you receive that, all of a sudden things just start to align. The right things come into place, and then it doesn't even feel overwhelming, because that's the thing that you're meant to be doing. So what can you let go of? What isn't serving you anymore? And this can be it can be things, it can be books, like I said, it can be just some sort of relationships that just don't serve you well anymore. Or they never, sometimes we have toxic people in our lives, and until you get rid of them, until you finally part ways with them, you may not even know how toxic those people were, until you finally can breathe and you can say, oh my goodness, I cannot believe that I allowed them in my space for that long. Sometimes you've got to take a hard look. But being open and being honest with yourself. What can I get rid of? What do I need to say no to? And having a plan. When you don't have a plan for what you want to do, when you don't have any sort of goals or anything, you're going to say yes to all kinds of things that don't even line up with where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing. And then pretty soon you've filled all the space with things that are just kind of here and there and whatever else, and then at the end of the year, you really have no idea where the year went or what you even accomplished. So let go to make room, but be patient be very careful to not just fill that space with something immediately, but being open and having faith to believe that God will move in and put the right thing in place, that will serve you well for this year, and that will line up with God's purpose for your life. So I thank you for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow.